Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of that future award-winning series, Jukebox from Hell. That's right. Psycho here, always powered by coffee there. That's how this works. So, on your scorecards, we're up to episode 52. That's right, 52. And what are we going to be doing today? Oh boy. Sorry for the glare, but if you think I was going to try to spend a bunch of money on the vinyl, you are sadly mistaken. From 2005, Paul McCartney's Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. That's right. That is definitely right indeed. Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, episode 52 of the scorecard. Here's the front, here's the back. This thing is a 2 CD edition. It actually, it's kind of funny too. If you guys don't have it, maybe it'll still work for you. You get a download card. Here you go. You want to download it? There you go. You're welcome. But this actually says here, it's yours to keep from Paul McCartney and Walmart Music Downloads, which actually, if I remember correctly, I think still exists. Go figure. I don't know how, though, considering this is, 2005 technology. So, like I said, you got this for the front of the booklet. You got this for the back. It's pretty much drawings and such, and basically the lyrics, but yeah, I know. It's a hand. I don't get it. Give yourself a hand? I don't know. We could go worse on this, couldn't we? But, so, excuse me. So this came out in September 2005. Research provided from multiple sources, Macca's official website, and Wiki and AllMusic and all that other stuff. So September 2005 was number 6 in the US, went to number 10 in the UK. Before this, you had a album he did called Twin Freaks, which was another experimental thing in June 2005, and before that was in March 2003, Back in the World Live, which made it to number 5 in the UK. It only sold almost about 550,000 copies and barely went gold at that time frame. Here, though, on this particular album, most songs Paul did all the basic instruments with help for strings and conducting, but some of the guest musicians are Jason Faulkner, who was in Jellyfish and the 3 O'Clock, and members of Macca's 2001 tour band are on Others. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this thing, right? Right. Track 1, we start off with a song called Fine Line. Probably one of my favorites off of this album, to be honest with you. A good way to start out this album. Track 2, How Kind of You. It's okay. Nothing fantastic. Track 3, Jenny Wren. I kind of dig this tune. It kind of has, in my opinion, a slight Blackbird vibe to it. All right, maybe that's why. Track 4, At the Mercy. It's an okay song, but that chorus gets old very fast. Oh, boy. Track 5, Friends to Go. Kind of going down a slippy slope indeed, as McCartney said in that song. Track 6, English Tea. Beautiful start, but seems like he's stretching a bit on this one. Track 7, Too Much Rain. I really like this one. It kind of sounds like my life at times is what he's speaking of. Track 8, A Certain Softness. Track 9, Riding to Vanity Fair. I like the way this song is constructed. Also, parts of this fit my life currently. Track 10, Follow Me. It's a likable song. Track 11, Promise to You Girl. Not digging this, sorry. Track 12, This Never Happened Before. I do remember this briefly getting airplay in Chicagoland back in the day, and I do love this song. And then, technically, track 13, Anyway, meh. What they don't tell you in the CD is the next track is track 14, which is an unlisted instrumental called I've Only Got Two Hands. I'm digging this. Hey, Macca, not that you're going to watch this damn video, put some words to this. I think you this could have been one of the better tracks on the album, to be honest with you, along with, seriously, okay? There was 15th bonus track in Japan on the Japanese edition of this album. She Is So Beautiful. This should have been on the US press too, Macca. And I'm going to tell you right now, including those two, I'm going to safely say that Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, I was dared by a handful of Beatle and Paul fans to review this album. I was expecting to walk away just about completely hating this album, except I knew Fine Line. Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine. At least I'll like a song or two. Well, if we include the unlisted instrumental and we throw the Japanese bonus track in there, okay, it turns out that I end up liking half this album. And you know, for mid 2000s McCartney, that's not too bad at all. Okay. There was some clutter in here. Like I said, if he would have maybe taken, I've only got two hands, put words into this and put the Japanese bonus track in there instead of two of the weaker songs, I think this album could have actually turned into an above average album. Seriously. That's just my opinion anyway. So let me ask you, the afterwards really quick. So this made it to number 6 on the Billboard 200 charts, was on the charts for 21 weeks. Well, it took till early 2007 for it to go gold in the US, though. So almost a year and a half to sell 500,000 copies. You know, in the UK, it was worse, unfortunately. Like I said, made it to number 10, but it only stayed on the charts 3 weeks in the top 200. And it didn't even sell 50,000 UK copies at the time. So the UK were not really loving Macca that very much on this one here. In September 2006, he would release his 4th classical record. I know I'm going to butcher the title on this. I'm going to say Ecce Cor Meum. I don't know. And then in June 2007, the next album, Memory Almost Full, would be coming out as well. So did you end up getting this thing when this first came out in fall of 05? I'm kind of curious. I knew of it, but I did not get this. And by the way, the second disc on here, there's a 30-minute documentary DVD. I'm a sucker for like making of albums, documentary type stuff. Does it add extra value to the thing? Maybe a little, but not too much. This album here, I'm not going to be unkind and say for completists only, but like I said, I liked half of the album on this, and well, that was better than my original expectations. So thank you, Macca. I normally could be a smartass and say strong EP, but seriously, if you just would have trimmed away a little of the excess, I think this would have been an above average album at least for that. So did you end up getting this when it came out? This one here, I'm not going to lie to you, I ended up spending $1 at a Goodwill. That's how I managed to get this copy of this. So you may be asking yourself, and maybe not, but you're still going to find out anyway, what is the next episode of Jukebox from Hell? We are going to go almost a year later into 2006. Oh, I was looking forward to this album so much when this came out until I heard it. I'm a huge Who fan, but we're going to tackle the Who's Endless Wire. Will be episode 53 of Jukebox from Hell. Now, let me ask you something. Are you liking this series? Is there anything that you'd like to see me review in the future? Like I said, we're doing this as one-offs. I've got about another half a dozen up and down that I'm planning on doing here, but I can always have room for more. So just let me know in the comments if there's anything that I can review, and if I abuse yours, I give you a shout out when I do the review. So I will say this. Thanks, Richard, and thanks, Jen, for bringing up the suggestion for this, okay? It was a challenge, but challenge was accepted, like always. Until next time, everybody, remember, always powered by coffee each and every time. Take care. God bless and rock on. Definitely. As always, thank you.